Hello and welcome to the New Indian Express. Union Minister Amit Shah on Wednesday moved three bills in the Lok Sabha for the removal of the Prime Minister, Chief Ministers, and ministers arrested on serious criminal charges for 30 days. This has drawn polarized reactions. Those criticizing say that this could lead to the Union government using central agencies to file cases against the Chief Minister of non NDA ruled states. However, supporters claim that this bill is a necessity as it could clean up the Indian political system. The bills were sent to the Joint Parliamentary Committee following protests from the opposition. Let's listen to Senior Advocate Sanjay Hegde for his analysis of the bills. Hello, sir. Welcome to the New Indian Express.
Thank you for having me.
Today, Amit Shah tabled bills by which you could sack the Chief Minister, the Prime Minister, and other ministers. What do you think about the intent and the timing of this bill?
Intent and timing are always a question for the government to answer. The stated intent is simply this, that you cannot run governments from jail. If you happen to be arrested for some reason, you better get out of jail using some method or the other to get speedy bail and come out within 30 days. Otherwise, on the 31st day, you are out of office. That is the rough sum and substance of the bill. Whether it is a wise bill, whether it can be abused for other purposes, those are different questions.
Now, on the face of it, this looks like a clearing of the public sphere. But the additional powers given to the union government and the governor seem problematic. Do you think that this could be used as a political tool for witch hunt?
In recent times, you've had a chief minister who had been arrested, who did not resign thereafter, and who ran a government from jail. You also had a minister in a southern state who, despite being arrested, was not divested of his portfolio by the chief minister. That those two incidents seem to have given in the government an impetus to bring a bill saying that you cannot be in jail for more than a month if you have to continue in office. Can this be misutilized? By all means? And it may be misutilized not only against the opposition, but can it be misutilized against your own chief ministers as well as that of your allies? For instance, you have the Telugu Desam, which supports the center. But the chief minister was in prison shortly before he won the elections and became chief minister. Those cases have not gone away. Supposing for some reason there is another arrest in that case, these kind of guillotine measures, as it were, which set a strict deadline, often bring in their own dynamics. Any chief minister of an opposition state, very near elections, can suddenly find that there is some case in which he or she gets arrested, and in the 30-day period, the entire flock has walked over to the other side. These are genuine possibilities, and therefore, there are many politicians who are concerned about the possibility of misuse.
The bill states that the chief minister, the prime minister, and the other ministers could be sacked if they are kept under custody or detained for 30 days. What do you think is the logic behind this 30-day period? How did they come about this 30-day period?
There is no justification given for a 30-day period. You can say, why did you give as much as 30 days? Within 10 days should be enough. Or you can say that 30 days is too short. They should have been at least 2 months or 3 months, because matters in court take so long before bail is actually decided. So somewhere a figure had to be drawn, and they have possibly said that, after 30 days, you cannot have a situation where the minister is still in jail and still signing files from jail. So some period had to be chosen, and they've chosen 30 days.
Okay, now those who back the bill have argued that the Prime Minister of the country also comes under the purview of this bill. Do you think that it is logical that the Prime Minister could be arrested?
See, the point is that the Prime Minister is also a minister like any other. In strict theory, the Prime Minister is only the first among equals in the cabinet. There has to be a cabinet to aid and advise the president in the function in his functioning. So when ministers can be stripped of their office, there is no reason why you should keep the Prime Minister out. Whether such a thing is possible, well, there are all kinds of situations. We have in this country seen a situation where a Prime Minister with a 400-seat majority was almost dismissed from office by the then president. Rajiv Gandhi was almost dismissed from office by President Zail Singh, who also was a congressman. So there can be any number of situations, and there may not always be retiring and quiet people who are presidents and vice presidents.
For the final question, now we must also look at the backdrop of what is happening. The Supreme Court has condemned the investigative agencies for filing multiple cases against the leaders of many states. Do you think, again I ask, do you think that this could be used as a political tool?
Yes, politicians can use the investigating agencies as a tool for their politics. I see a situation where popular opposition chief ministers who are facing election shortly are most vulnerable. If they cannot be removed by other means, but there is a criminal case launched and an arrest, and when within that period of 30 days, if bail doesn't seem to be forthcoming, many in their flock can be persuaded to change their colors, go and become candidates from the other side. All these things can happen.
Okay, sir, thank you. Thank you so much for giving your views and your opinions on this bill, which needed a lot of explaining. Thank you.
Thank you.